Sweetie. I'm happy that you could pick up and join me today. So welcome to a Skype call. I do these Skype calls for my favorite artists that I really love. When I see things or observe things over a course of time that could just be better or maybe look a little wonky. So these Skype calls are not intended to spread any hate or make a hate train towards any artist that I am talking about, because sometimes criticism can come off as hating or people can disguise hating as criticism. Let's be honest. So I disclaim that when I do a new Skype call to anyone that may not know the format or not understand how this goes. With that being said, I hope you're having a wonderful day, but I want to talk to you about some things that I've just been observing over the past maybe year. But before I do that, I want to make sure you guys understand, Tight Ass Army, we have a new home. And when I mean home, I mean an exclusive home. I already have some exclusive Tight Ass Army members that are already added and joined to the Tight Ass membership. However, that is being closed very soon because we have a Patreon. Hello! And it is the first link in the description below. On this Patreon, I'll be a lot more active. Number one. And we're already starting off with a bang with a BTS vlog with me and Little Nas. You can see how we got this shoot together, how we got it all planned out in a very quick time. One tier is $4.99 just to have a cute little kiki and be a part of the Tight Ass experience. And a $9.99 tier where you have all the features included. Plus, you can submit your song to me for me to react to it personally and maybe give you some tips and tricks on what I think you should do with your music. All right, I'll catch you over there at Patreon. Now, to my good girl, Sweetie. All right, so Sweetie, listen, I have been following you and has been a fan since, well, the Icy remix. Yeah, I'll be where the ballers be. Now, that was my line. I love you. I think that you are a breath of fresh air. I look at you as like a big sister or like somebody that, or just that home girl that's next door, or even better, that girl in school that everybody lived for but secretly hated because they wanted to be her, but you also want to be her friend. That is Sweetie for me. You know what I'm saying? And so I love her position and how her brand is in this music industry. But with that also comes some hiccups. We're going to completely exclude her personal life here because of her and her ex. That's a whole nother situation that we all don't know much about, and I'm happy we don't. I don't think that's for anybody to kind of pick apart. But I will say, just speaking on a professional artist standpoint, right? This stigma follows Sweetie of her not being serious, or what she does doesn't seem serious. And I want to preface this by saying, because she's known for a remix that she did of an already popular beat, within followed up all her biggest hits are samples. So I can see why some people can feel like she's not a serious rapper or hip hop artist due to the craft of hip hop. But in the same breath, I'm like, but she's having fun. She makes it look good. She makes everybody turn up. Boy, girl, no matter what you are. You know, so I always defended it with that. But then I started to look at it as a longevitive artist. Is that a word? Longevitive? That's not a word. Well, we're gonna make it a word today. Will her music stand the test of time? Is the brand strong enough to even last 10 years? And this is where it becomes sketchy. Not saying you don't make bops, not saying that you know how to market yourself, you do that very well. It's something about you and the authenticity that is to be an artist that make people look at you a little wonky. And what I mean by authenticity is because your biggest hits are samples. And I saw that you said that. Well, if you guys have a problem with me sampling, I'm gonna be sampling for the rest of my life, so get over it, get with it, get lost. You know what I'm saying? Which I feel that. However, that kind of makes it feel like a gimmick. It makes it seem like what you're doing is gimmicky, or you doing this for a bag. Now, I preference that inside. My bitch, if you trying to come up in this industry and pay your mama's bills, and take care of your family, who am I to judge, girl? Who are we to judge? Because if you were in the same predicament, won't you do the same thing? But I also say this, because we're in an era where the streaming world has killed music and the music industry, and sometimes the authenticity of artists, and sometimes you can't weed out the people that are here just to make a little quick buck and get a couple of hits under their belts would make some money real quick, or the people that really want to be in this industry and change it and mold it and be iconic and legendary. There are two different artists. When Kendrick said there's a difference between black artists and whack artists, he didn't lie. He didn't lie! What you're doing with the singles that you release are very temporary. The music you release seems like a quick bite more than a meal. Compared to your counterparts, and I won't name any in specific because I want to leave that open and broad to the discussion in the comments. Yes, your songs rise in popularity, but they don't last in a longing taste. Does that make sense? Also, I feel like because your brand is a superficial view of what it means to be pretty. Let's talk about it. I gotta go there because I love you, girl. I do, but I gotta look at you how I look at music. I think another reason why people don't connect with you completely or maybe look at your music career as serious as you would like is because your brand is to be superficial. I mean, even in the name of pretty bitch music, it comes off superficial, and we're not in the land of superficialness right now. We're in the land of everyone wants to know the transparency. Everybody wants to be real, even with their fellow artists and favorite influencers and whatever. They want to see the transparency of it. They don't really want a superficial, artificial caricature of what you feel like somebody should be. And even if that is you, not saying like, you know, bitch, pretty bitch music and da 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 is not you. I'm not saying that that's not you, but a lot of people can't really resonate with a pretty bitch music and that persona because that's not everyone's, you know, Gigiana. If he not an 8-figure nigga, he can't holler. Like, I get that, but like, what if this non-8-figure nigga is sickening? Like, you know, like, so some people just can't relate with that package, you know? So then you say, well, if you can't relate, then, oh, well, I'm not for you, which is true. That is very true. However, I don't know if I'm under the wrong perception, but it seems like you want to hit the masses. You want to be a huge star. And if I'm wrong, correct me. And when you do that, you got to have a brand or some type of message that speaks to everyone. Your message is very, be a pretty girl, work hard, and you can get a rich It just doesn't, it don't have a solid foundation. It's almost like a fantasy. Like, yeah, bitch, I'm about to give me an 8-figure. Like, you got to be in a mood to feel like that. It doesn't have that brand integrity that a lot of your counterparts may have. So when you have a superficial brand like Pretty Bitch Music and, you know, the Icy Gang, which I love, I'm a part of the Icy Gang in my mind, it makes it hard for people to connect with you. Your music is like for right now. Let's have a good time right now. And it's almost like the same message, but just in different formats. And I'm not saying that you're trying to be like the best rapper out here. Like, I don't think that's like your thing. And if it is, please, I apologize for making it seem like you're not. And then we fast forward to your live performances. Now, listen. Now, we all have our bad days. We have our bad times. You're human. You're going to mess up. That's what fucking happens as an artist. People think you're going to be a robot and be perfect, but that's not going to be the case. I want to make this clear. Saweetie looks amazing. The bitch is going to always look on. I'm never going to come for this bitch's look. You never can. She always going to look polished, good. Her brand is to literally be a pretty bitch. So it's going to be done. You feel me? Down to the T. But everything that shines is not glitter. Okay, so we could talk about the previous performance right here with Triller. We could talk about that. Oh, we could talk about that, but that's a whole situation within itself. Even prior to Triller, I think you did like a New Year's Bud Light performance, which has now been cut off of YouTube. You can't find it. I can't find it nowhere. But for good reason. It was so like, who put this together? And now Saweetie's team, this is not even Saweetie at this point. I just want to talk to Saweetie's team, okay? Yikes. The performances, all of them, except, and I will never, I gotta give 10s where 10s are due. The performance at the BET Hip Hop Awards for my type, this right here, bitch, that was me. I lived, the energy was there, it was amazing, you danced your ass off, everything about it was amazing, right? That was the last performance that, I don't know what happened after that. I don't know, we switched teams, new creative director, I don't know what had happened. But now it just seems like it's inconsistent. Like you don't want to be on stage. Don't you have like a dancer background, like a majorette background or something like that? If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong. You have the potential to be sickening, Saweetie. Like, girl, you can model, I feel like you can act because you're funny. The music can be polished and make bigger and make it something even more purposeful, I feel like in my mind. I feel like that's just all about teaming up with the right people. An artist, for me, is not an artist until that stage presence is conquered. The greats before you had to go through so much to even get on stage, especially as arc skin tone. So when they finally got on that stage, they showed their asses off. So I have a lot that rides on a stage performance for me with an artist. As a consumer of music, take live performances so serious. When you translate these really poppy, really good popular songs on stage, it just falls through. This Triller performance had no excuse. There was no excuse at all. it looked like y'all rehearsed maybe twice, ran through it once, and y'all said, well, let's get on stage. I'm just being honest. I just have to be honest. And this is coming from a fan. This is not, I love Saweetie. I have to keep saying that because I feel like somebody's gonna take this on Twitter and be like, Zach hating on Saweetie. Girl, listen. That was just one of the cringiest, very hard to watch, down to the lip syncing, which I don't have a problem with lip syncing. I live for lip syncing. If you're gonna do it right. But if you're gonna lip sync with a purpose. Lip sync because you're dancing too hard and you can't really get the verses out. As a rapper, you shouldn't have to lip sync too much, but I mean, people do it, you know? But if you're going to lip sync, do it because it's the show that you've rehearsed is so pristine and I gotta hit every cue, I wanna hit all my marks, I wanna make sure everything, you know, that's why you lip sync, not because you wanna dance, but then also not do the verbiage. Like that doesn't work because then it shows that I didn't feel like rapping because I want to dance. No, we don't lip sync because of that. Because then it shows that it's not genuine. Nothing about this feels genuine. Back to the authenticity of things. Do you see the pattern I'm talking about? That performance looked unauthentic, ungenuine, and then she said on live apparently that she's a tomboy at heart. She doesn't like to twerk and things like that really. Then why is it in your choreography? I'm talking to the team. Then why are we pressing her to be that dancey group synchronized, you know, if that's not her gigiana, it needs to stop. I know we're trying to push every artist to be a pop star, but like everyone can't be one. And I need people to understand that. And I'm talking about to the team here. We cannot force, just because that is the new thing, that every artist must dance or do this or do that, because a lot of artists are raising the bar nowadays. If your artist cannot perform like that, and that's not their strong suit, at least right now, then baby, wait. Build that up behind the scenes and do something else. Because that Triller performance should have been so much better. So much better. Because I saw the arrangement y'all tried to do. I saw the choreography breakdown y'all tried to do. Like, I saw the vision. Oh, I was like, I see what y'all trying to do. Poorly executed, though. Poorly. What the fuck executed, actually. Even down to the decision making. Why is she leaving off stage to then reappear to not change, or what was the point? What were we doing here? What are we doing? And then she lip syncing to Doja's live, and then it's just like, oh, messy, not consistent. Then the mic is paper thin. You can't see the mic at all, so you think she's lip syncing and with no mic the whole time until one frame you can finally see something. I feel like if you're in this industry to sell a product, to make your money, take care of your family, then do that. Then do that, but do it sickening. Make it legendary, make it worth it. You already have an audience that a lot of these female rappers that are out here trying to make it to where you're at would die for. To be completely transparent, I feel like there is a lot of female rappers that are trying to come up that deserve the audience and the retention that you have. Make your brand more robust, more round, more for everyone, more approachable. Nothing about you seems approachable. But maybe that's what you want. I think she said that in a new song, like, I'm not approachable. Well, okay, we feel that. But amongst all of that, I'm not gonna say Saweetie does not work. Saweetie definitely works her ass off. One of the hardest working bitches in the industry, if you really want to talk about it. As far as promoting her shit and getting it out there, the bitch does what she needs to do. I cannot take that away from her. But with all that being said, the product being done can be delivered so much better. And sometimes the product itself can be better. Just being honest. I love you, Saweetie. I want to see you win. I think we are rooting for you. I think we all want to see you win. But there's just some things that just need to be fixed, in my opinion. If you have other things you feel like that should be fixed in the most respectful way, please, in the comments below, let's talk about it. All right, Saweetie, I love you so much. And hopefully one day we can talk in person. I'll catch you in the next one, love. Bye.